Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. May my homage be to my teacher, most venerable අවසරයි කිරිබත්ගොඩ ඥානානන්ද පින්වත් ලොකු ස්වාමින් වහන්සේ. Dear Dhamma friends, dear parents and dear children, today you have been learning many suttas, especially from the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, and then the Buddha's great qualities, and then many other Dhamma teachings taught by the Buddha. So now you are going to learn a beautiful story. You will love this story and you will learn a lot. In the city of Vajjan people named Vesali, there was a Lechivi king named Ambasakkara. He was a king from the city of Vesali. One day while he was outside of the city, he went to see a prisoner. This king went to see a prisoner who was impaled who was seated, who was punished to be seated on a pole. Then you will understand. This person was punished to be seated on a pole. That pole has a sharp edge. And then there the king saw a ghost. Now there was a person who was punished to be seated on a pole that has a sharp end on the pole. And then next to this person who was punished, there was a ghost. Then this king questioned the ghost. The king said to the ghost, "This person can neither sleep nor sit. He cannot even take a step backwards or forward. There are no clothes for him to wear or food to eat. He previously had relatives and friends, but now there is nobody to help him, as if he has been thrown away. Friends will stay close to you when you are rich, but abandon you when you are poor." Now see the true nature. Who's telling this? Is it the Buddha? This is a king saying this. Then imagine what Buddha has said about these things. This king says that friends will stay close to you when you are rich, but abandon you when you are poor. So that's why we should have kalyana mittas, noble friends. Noble friends, even if you are rich or even if you are poor, they will be with you. That's the difference between normal friends and that's the difference between normal friends, ordinary friends and noble friends. So don't take it. Listen to the pronunciation properly. Ordinary friends and kalyana mittas. Kalyana mittas means noble friends. Not normal friends, okay? Noble friends. Having lost all of his possessions, now he is suffering with broken limbs and bleeding body. Who is suffering? The person who is seated on a sharp pole. He is suffering a lot with broken limbs and bleeding body. His life is uncertain like a dewdrop about to fall. See the nature of people, the life of the people. He is about to die either today or tomorrow. Seeing such an unfortunate being, why do you say, "May he live, may he live, living is better than dying"? Now what's happening, dear Dhamma friends? So what happened? Now when this king went to this punishing area outside the city, there is a special place outside the city to punish people. So when the king went there, The king saw this ghost telling this person who is seated on the sharp pole, this ghost is telling this man, may he live, living is better than dying, don't die. A ghost is telling a man. Then this king asked this ghost, why do you say so? This person is about to die. What's the purpose of living? Then this ghost is telling, great king, when I recollected my past lives. Now the ghost can read the past lives. I understood that he was my relative in a previous life. I had compassion towards him, thinking, do not let his bad karma drag him to hell. Do not let his bad karma drag him into hell. Now that means if that person made him seated on the sharp pole, if that person dies, he will be immediately born in the hell. Now does that person knows that? No, he doesn't know. But the ghost can see this human being's past life. This person who is punished, his past lives and his future birth. Can we see that? But we can have a rough idea. We can have an idea about our samsara through the Buddha's teachings. Because Buddha has revealed generally about our past lives and about our samsara, that is about this endless journey of births and deaths and the places we can be born when we are going in this samsara. Then this ghost said, dear great king, if he dies, he will fall into a very hot, severe and frightful hell. This Paul, right now, is countless times better than the terrible hell. The punishment that he is having right now, being seated on a pole, on a sharp pole, is countless times better than the terrible hell. So imagine being a person being seated, made to sit on a sharp pole, on a pole that has a sharp end. He's seated on that and it is going through the intestines and coming out. The sharp pole might come out from the stomach or might come out from the neck or from the back. So imagine that suffering. So this ghost is telling that suffering is countless times better than the terrible hell. That's why we tell, even in secrecy, don't do bad deeds. From your young age, children, start cultivating wholesome deeds. Dear children, if your life is like a scale, try to make your life with full of wholesome deeds, that has a heavy weight with full of wholesome deeds, not bad karma. Then, now if he were to know about what I just said, he would be afraid and lose his life. That is why I do not tell him about this. I understand the situation, the king says, I understand the situation this person is in. Now I want to know about another thing too. The king is curious now. Why? Please give us permission to ask and do not get angry with me. I'm teaching this from the Peta Vattu book, from Stories of Ghosts, that belongs to Khuddaka Nikaya section. In the past, the ghost is telling, in the past, I had decided not to tell anyone who does not believe in karma, about the ghost world. But now, since you have some trust in me, I will answer reluctantly. Ask anything you wish. Ask anything you wish. Now the king says, friend, I can believe whatever I see with my eyes. If do not believe what I have seen with my eyes, then you can criticize. Criticize me. So don't wait until you are born in the ghost world to believe in the ghost world. If there's a human world, if you can see animals, if you have heard about horror movies, then come to a conclusion. With the help of the Buddha's teachings, from the experience that you have so far, and by learning the other teachings that Buddha has said, which can be seen in this very life through wisdom, try to understand the other things that you can't see from your eyes, with the help of faith in Buddha Dhamma Sangha, with the confidence in the Buddha. Even the other things that Buddha has realized, normal people can never realize those things. So then the ghost said, please keep your promise. Now I will teach you the Dhamma. Listen carefully with an open and pleasant mind. Maybe you have heard these things I am about to say, or maybe not, but I will tell everything I know. I will tell everything I know. You have come here in a magnificent carriage pulled by white horses. It is amazing. It is very amazing and beautiful. Oh, of what deed is this the result? So this king is asking from the ghost. Now this ghost has come in a magnificent carriage, with a magnificent horse carriage. It's a divinely horse carriage. So the king is surprised. This person is a ghost, but yet he has a beautiful carriage, a beautiful vehicle. Then the ghost said, when I was in the human world, I lived in the city of Vesali. One day there was a muddy area on the road. There was a muddy area on the road in front of his shop. He was doing a shop. I placed the skull of an ox on that muddy area so that others could easily pass stepping on that. This was the good deed for which I have received this magnificent carriage. Just imagine when people went on that muddy area on that road. In roads there are places which are broken. There are pits. There are muddy areas where people can't cross. So then he just kept a skull. He didn't cover that road with tar or with soil or with any other special substance or with any other special thing. He just placed a skull on that muddy area so that people can step on the skull and go. So that people are well taken care in front of his shop. The mud will not splash on people. So then the king said, friend, your body shines in all directions and the fragrance of your body spreads everywhere. You have divine psychic power too, but you are fully naked. See the problem now? Has a beautiful carriage but fully naked. Now can't this happen to us in next life? Can't this happen to our relatives in next life? Can't this happen to our parents in next life? Can't this happen to our friends in next life? That's why, dear Dhamma friends, we have to be very careful. This human life can take you to a good world as well as to a bad world. It's all depending on us whether we drive this in the right path or not. Then now the king asked, what is the reason for you to become naked? Then the ghost said, in the human world my heart was free from anger and filled with kindness. I always talked to people with gentle speech. From this deed I gained my heavenly radiance. Now he was free from anger, filled with kindness. He always talked to people with gentle speech. Now see the difference. From this deed I gained my heavenly radiance. When I saw people who are following Dhamma, when I saw people who are following the Buddha's teachings, I admired them and congratulated them. See, if you admire someone's Dhamma practice, that will help you to gain happiness and good karma. What you have to do is just admire them. From this deed, sweet fragrance spreads from my body. See, if you like to have a sweet fragrance, see the good karma that you have to do. Do you know, dear children and dear Dhamma friends, the fragrance of a wheel-turning monarch's wife will have the breath from that woman's mouth will be like the fragrance of a lotus flower. So that's because of doing wholesome deeds. Will not have a bad breath. So no need to have special toothpaste to have a good fragrance from your mouth. If you have gentle speech, if you cultivate gentle speech, you will have a wonderful fragrant breath will come out from your mouth. One day, now see why he became naked. Now he is telling the reason for him to become naked. One day, however, while my friends were bathing in a river, I playfully took their clothes and hid them without any evil thoughts in my mind. Playfully he has done that. For this reason, I am now naked and I suffer. He just hid some clothes of his friends while the friends were bathing in the river. He just playfully did that. He did only that. He did only once. but the karma, the bad action effected throughout the life. Now see the danger. Did a bad action only once, but the bad karma affected throughout the life. As a ghost. We never know when his bad karma will finish, because bad karma the bad karma will prolong. Then this demon is telling, this ghost is telling, the Buddha has taught that such will be the result if one commits a bad deed for fun. He has also taught how serious the consequences will be for those who commit evil deeds with bad intentions. Those people who commit bad deeds with bad intentions by body, speech and mind will surely go to hell after death. But those who are very generous and kind to others will surely go to heaven after death. So even if you have done bad deeds like stealing your siblings' clothes, hiding your friends' clothes at the swimming pool, or when you are out with your friends. But yet now you can help your friends to find their belongings. You can help your friends to find something that they have lost in life. Someone who have lost their belongings, you can help them to find their belongings. You can give them new things and gain a good karma now. Don't worry. Even if you have done bad deeds, with the power of the Buddha's teachings, with the power of wholesome deeds, with the power of doing wholesome deeds, you will be protected. You will be protected. Now you have explained about good and bad karma. The king is telling, but how do I believe that there are results of good and bad deeds? See the nature of this king? Same like y'all. I don't know. Having seen what, should I believe it? Who can convince me about this? Then the ghost said, okay, now the ghost is teaching now. When you have seen or heard the results of karma, you should believe in it. Now children, the ghost is telling, if you can't believe what the monk says, at least believe in what ghost says. What this ghost says. Then when you have seen or heard the results of karma, you should believe in it. You must believe that this is the result of doing good and evil deeds. Otherwise, if there were no results of good and bad, now listen, otherwise if there is no results of good and bad actions, why do some beings go to bad worlds and some go to good worlds? That's the difference of that's the difference of doing good deeds and bad deeds. Some people go to good worlds, some people go to bad worlds. Who's telling this? A ghost is telling. What is the reason that some beings are poor and some are rich? Some living beings do good and bad deeds, therefore they have happy and miserable existence. Births in low and high classes. I have now explained the actions that lead to happiness and the actions that lead to suffering. Doers of good rejoice in heaven. The fools who do not believe in the results of good and bad actions suffers in hell. I have not done any meritorious deeds, and there is nobody who will share their merits with me. Who's telling this ghost? Now this ghost is helpless. His friends, relatives can't talk with him anymore. There's no connection, not helping anymore. So he's telling, I have no one to help me. I have not done any meritorious deeds, and there is nobody who will share their merit with me so that I can have clothes, houses, foods and drinks. For this reason I am suffering with a naked body. Then the king said, is there any way for you to get clothing? Now the king is wise. The king asked, if it is today, you all will say, I'm so sorry about it. That's all we can say. I'm sorry about it. What to do now? So don't become like them. Don't fall to that category. Fall to this king's category. The king is telling, is there any way for you to get clothing? Tell me a way so that I can help. Let's see how this king is helping this ghost, this demon. Then this ghost is telling, now see, even ghosts can recognize arahants very well. There is an arahant monk named Kappina nearby. He is very virtuous and restrained in senses. He is guarding the sense faculties. That means he is controlling the body. He is controlling the body, speech and mind. He can handle his body, speech and mind in a good way. He can direct his body, speech and mind in a good way. His speech is very pleasant and he is very skillful. He is very skilled preacher. He meditates and is free from all defilements. He has become very calm and has realized the true nature of life. He is very gentle, tranquil, free from desires, concentrated and very wise. He has attained the triple knowledge. He is worthy of offerings from gods and humans. He is worthy of offerings from gods and humans, not only from humans, from gods too. Not many people know about his achievements. See the danger. This ghost understands everything. This ghost has seen the reality. But poor thing, this ghost is born in a place where he can't realize the Four Noble Truths. But he knows how things are. He can see that the Buddha's teachings can give you Nibbana. The Buddha's teachings can calm your mind. But this ghost can't practice it anymore. Why? Born in a wrong place. Heard Dhamma while he is born in a wrong place. Now while we are born in a right place and hearing the Buddha's teachings, we should not do things that would regret in future. See, not many people know about his achievements. Not many people know about the value of monks. Not many people know about practicing generosity. See the danger. But many people know about celebrities, actresses. Many people know about singers. Many people know about places to enjoy. But very few people know about monks. That's why I always tell all these kids who's listening to these Dhamma programs, dear children, make Dhamma content. Do video presentations. Do video presentations with suttas, chant kavi. Do wholesome deeds. Record them and send to us. We will show it to the world. Tell about monks. Talk the value about monks. Start recording sermons, videos about monks, about the Buddha, about the Dhamma. Don't regret later. This ability of spreading the Buddha's message is a rare chance. Now you have the ability. We have made, our Lokusamin Mahas, our teacher has given us the permission and has blessed us to propagate the Buddha's teachings. We have made the platforms, we have created all the possible media platforms to share the Buddha's message. So why don't you take this opportunity too? Like we propagate the Dhamma, record the good deeds, share the good deeds you do, share the Buddha's suttas, read them, write articles and spread the Buddha's teachings. During this summer season, you are at home. It could be adults or it could be teenagers or youth or young children. Take this opportunity of sharing the Buddha's teachings. See, it's a ghost who's sharing the Buddha's teachings. Then people cannot easily recognize him as an arahant. People in Vajjayan state call him a sage. Powerful gods and yakkas praise his qualities everywhere, saying the arahant monk Kappina is a great sage free of passion. Please go and meet the Bhante and offer him a pair or two of robes. If he accepts them and if you share that merit to me, you will see me with beautiful clothes. That means this ghost is telling this king to go and offer some robes to this arahant and then share that merit with this ghost. Then this ghost told the king that the king would witness the merit and the results of good karma by offering robes to that great arahant. So that means immediately, just after offering those robes to that arahant, on that instant, the moment of offering and sharing the merit, the moment of offering and the moment of sharing, after offering, actually the moment of sharing merit, that instance, that ghost will have clothes. That's why we share merit with all the departed relatives. Then the king said, where is that monk staying right now? Will he help me get rid of my doubts and wrong views? Now see, this king wants to get rid of his wrong views and doubts. The ghost said he is resting at the village of Kapinachana. Then the ghost says he is resting at a particular village. He is told where the king is, and the ghost said he is surrounded by, that Arahant is surrounded by many gods. He preaches the beautiful and excellent Dhamma which he practices well. That means the Dhamma that he preaches, he practices. Therefore, children, whatever the good deeds we share, we should remember. Whatever the good qualities we share with each other, we should remember. We should keep on continuing, practicing those good deeds. Then the ghost said, wait, you should find a time. Then the king said, yes, certainly. I will go there right now and offer 2 robes and dedicate the merit to you. Then I will see you with beautiful clothes. Then the ghost said, wait, you should find another time. You should find another time to visit him, because it is not good to disturb his meditation. Yes, I will find a better time, the king said. Then, surrounded by servants, the king then left the place and returned to his palace in the city. In the morning he bathed and ate his breakfast. He chose 8 pairs. He chose 8 pairs of clothes from his closet and had the servants carry them. When the time was right, the king went to the servants. The king went to the place where the monk was. The monk was very calm and tranquil, seated at the root of the tree. He had just returned from his morning alms round. The king approached him, asked about the Bhante's well-being, and further said like this: Venerable Bhante, I am a Lechevi king from the city of Vesali. People know me as Ambasakkara. How do people know him? People know him as Ambasakkara of the Lechevi clan. Please, accept these 8 pairs of clothes of mine. I am offering these to you. I would be delighted if you accept them. Then, now this king Ambasakkara was not a good person. Now see how he was before. Then the monk, this Arahant says, monks try to avoid your home. Whose home? King Ambasakkara's home. You break their bowls, alms balls, and even tear up their robes. Your people kick and trip them so they fall on their heads. These are the harassments that are caused by you and your people. Now see what this Ambasakkara has done before. He has harassed the monks. Monks avoid his house. Then the monk says, you have given nothing in charity, nor you have shown the way to people who are lost. You have even grabbed the stick from a blind person. Recently he has grabbed a stick from a blind person. Being such a greedy and a mean person, why are you here offering us robes? Now this monk is wondering. Then the king says, all that you have said about me is true, Bhante. It's true. Yes, I have harassed monks, but I have only done these things for fun, not with an evil mind. But now I understand, even those deeds are very bad. So even for fun, if you insult your parents, if you insult your siblings, even for fun, if you disturb your parents, that is a bad karma. Remember. I know, then this king says, I know a ghost who committed an evil deed for fun now experiences suffering. So this king, imagine this king, if he did not meet that ghost and this Arahant, what would happen to this king? In this life he would be a king, but in next life, see what would happen to him. Those monks who were harassed would have been Arahants. Those monks, they would be Arahants even. They could be Arahants. They could be non-returners. They could be one-returners. They could be stream entrants. At least they could be virtuous. It won't be a small karma that this Ambasakkara king has accumulated. Now see the value of meeting noble friends. See the value of learning Dhamma from the Buddha. See the value of learning Dhamma from monks. Associating Kalyana Mitras, how people's lives can be transformed from bad to good. Then this king says, he is a good person, but he is completely naked. What a terrible thing that is. Bhante, I saw that ghost and I felt very sorry for him. I felt very sorry for him. For this reason, I am now offering this gift. Please accept these gifts, these 8 pairs of clothes, and may this merit also reach that ghost. Then the monk said, surely generosity has been praised by the Supreme Buddha. May generous people's wealth increase further. I will accept your clothes and may the ghost share in this merit. The king washed his face and offered the 8 pairs of clothes to the Arahant monk, saying, may Bhante accept these. May I see the ghost wearing beautiful clothes. Then the ghost appeared in front of the king. The ghost was surrounded by many servants. Not only clothes he received, he was surrounded by many servants while sitting on a majestic purebred horse. He had a beautiful body covered with the fragrance of sandalwood and wore beautiful clothes. The king was amazed and delighted when he saw the ghost. He saw with his own eyes the result of offering. Now still, do we have to wait until we meet a ghost to offer dana? Do we have to wait until we are born in the ghost world to offer dana? Now is it enough? Now can we just be happy just offering 1% of our income, of giving for charity? No. We should transform our wealth to a good karma before we die. We should transform our wealth to a good karma before we die. Why? That good karma will be with us like a shadow that never leaves us. So let's learn the rest of the sermon after a break. Let's take a short break and join for the Dhamma sermon again. Namo Buddhaya.